In this video, I'll show you how to transform raw footage into a polished YouTube video using CapCut's desktop application. YouTube viewers decide within the first 15 seconds whether to keep watching, so effective editing isn't just about technical skills. It's about creating content that hooks your audience and keeps them engaged throughout. Let's explore how to trim, cut, apply transitions, and enhance your videos to stand out on YouTube's competitive platform. I'm starting by opening CapCut on my desktop. As you can see, CapCut offers a clean, intuitive interface that's particularly well suited for YouTube content creation. I'll click on New Project to begin our editing session. For YouTube videos, I'm setting the resolution to 1920 by 1080 and frame rate to 30 FPS, which provides excellent quality while maintaining manageable file sizes. I'll click Create to generate our project. Now I'm looking at the main editing interface. The timeline is at the bottom where we'll arrange our clips, and above it are the preview window and various editing tools. Let's start by importing our footage. I'm moving my cursor to the Media Import button in the upper left corner. I'm clicking Import Media and navigating to the folder where I've stored my raw YouTube footage. I'll select multiple clips for our project by clicking on each while holding Control, then click Open to import them all at once. The clips now appear in our media bin. I'll drag the first video clip down to the timeline where we can begin editing. Here's our first clip loaded onto the timeline. I'll position the playhead at the 3-second mark and press spacebar to play the preview. To trim the beginning portion, I'm clicking on the beginning edge of the clip and dragging it right to approximately the 3-second mark. This simple trim removes dead space that might cause viewers to lose interest. Now I'll check the middle section of our clip by positioning the playhead at the 15-second mark and playing a few seconds.
Toilet paper. So the biggest
Here we have some content that includes mistakes and pauses that should be removed. To remove this section, I'll split the clip at the beginning of the part I want to get rid of. I'm positioning the playhead exactly where the mistake begins and pressing Alt+S to split the clip. You can also use the split button in the toolbar. Now I'll move the playhead to where the mistake ends and press Alt+S again to create another split. With the mistake isolated between two split points, I'm clicking on this middle segment to select it and pressing Delete to remove it completely from our timeline. Let's play through this edit point to see how the cut works. Notice how the cut creates a jump in the visual, but maintains the flow of content by removing the unnecessary section. A key technique for engaging YouTube videos is B-roll integration. I'm dragging this B-roll clip from our media bin to the V2 track, positioning it above our main footage. I'm trimming the B-roll clip to an appropriate length by dragging its edges and positioning it to align precisely with the audio I want. Now I'll adjust how the B-roll appears on screen. With the B-roll clip selected, I'm clicking on the Transform button in the toolbar. I'm resizing the B-roll by dragging the corner handles to make it smaller and positioning it in the upper right corner of the frame. This picture-in-picture effect allows viewers to see both the B-roll demonstration and the main footage simultaneously. Now let's improve the flow between clips by adding transitions. I'm positioning the playhead at the edit point between these two clips and clicking on the transition button in the toolbar. CapCut offers many transition options, but for YouTube videos, it's best to use simple transitions sparingly. I'm hovering over different transitions to preview them and selecting a simple cross dissolve, which works well for indicating a slight passage of time. The transition now appears as an icon at the edit point in our timeline. I'm adjusting its duration to just half a second, short enough to be subtle but effective in smoothing the visual change between clips. If you want to apply the same transition to multiple edit points for consistency, I can right-click on this transition and select Apply to All. This maintains a cohesive look throughout your video without having to manually add transitions to each cut. Audio quality is crucial for YouTube videos. I'll start by detaching the audio from our main clip to work with it separately. I'm right-clicking on the clip and selecting Detach Audio from the menu. Now I can see the separate audio track below the video. I'm selecting it and clicking on the audio button in the toolbar to access audio enhancement features. In the audio panel, I'll click on Auto Normalize first. This automatically balances the audio levels throughout your clip, making quiet parts louder and loud parts quieter for consistent volume, essential for YouTube viewing on different devices. For a voiceover or talking head video, I'm increasing the voice enhancement to about 40%, which makes the voice clearer and more present. I'm also applying some background noise removal at 20%, enough to reduce distractions without making the audio sound artificial. Now let's add text elements that are crucial for YouTube engagement. With my playhead at the beginning of the video, I'm clicking on the text button in the toolbar. CapCut offers many text styles, but for YouTube, I'm selecting a clean, readable option with good contrast. Overly decorative fonts can be difficult to read on smaller screens. I'm typing our title, How to Edit YouTube Videos, and positioning it in the center of the frame. Clear titles help viewers immediately understand what your content offers. I'm increasing the font size to ensure readability on mobile devices and setting the duration to 4 seconds. Long enough to read, but not so long that it becomes distracting. With the text element still selected, I'm clicking on the animation button to add movement that will grab attention. For YouTube content, simple animations work best. I'm selecting a basic fade-in animation that won't distract from the content, but will make the title entrance more engaging. Let's enhance the visual appeal with some color adjustments. I'm selecting our main clip and clicking on the Adjust button in the toolbar. For YouTube content, I'm making subtle adjustments that enhance without looking overprocessed. I'm increasing Vibrance slightly to 15% to make colors pop, adding a touch of contrast at 10% for definition, and adjusting brightness as needed based on the original footage. CapCut allows us to see before and after comparisons by clicking this button. Notice how these subtle adjustments make the video more visually appealing without looking artificial, perfect for maintaining viewer engagement on YouTube. Now that we've completed our edits, let's export the video optimized for YouTube. I'm clicking the Export button in the upper right corner. In the export settings, I'm selecting 1920 by 1080 resolution and matching our project frame rate of 30 FPS. I'm setting the quality to high and using the H.264 format, which provides an excellent balance between quality and file size for YouTube uploading. I'll select a desktop location for our export, name the file YouTube Tutorial Final, and click Export to begin rendering our video. CapCut will now process our edits and generate the final video file. The time this takes depends on your video length and computer performance. Once complete, you'll see this notification and your video is ready for uploading to YouTube. We've transformed raw footage into an engaging YouTube video using CapCut's desktop editor. We covered essential techniques including trimming to eliminate dead space, making precise cuts to remove mistakes, integrating B-roll for visual interest, applying subtle transitions, enhancing audio quality, adding text elements, and optimizing color. All critical elements that help maintain viewer attention on YouTube. Remember these key principles. Maintain a brisk pace to keep viewers engaged, use B-roll strategically to illustrate concepts, keep transitions simple and purposeful, ensure audio clarity above all else, and export with settings optimized for YouTube's platform. By applying these techniques consistently, you'll create professional quality content that stands out in YouTube's competitive environment.